Welcome to a special Huddle in Place edition of Talks Within the Nine-Sided Circle with your hosts Noor Kyle and Mushtaq Ali.
Hi, welcome to our day 2 of Huddling in Place with the Nine-Sided Circle. I'm your host Noor Kyle, along with
Me, your other host, Mushtaq Ali.
Yeah, and today we are gonna touch base just like we did yesterday, and we are going to be talking about intentional retreat today. But first of all, to give an update, not a whole lot is changing in LA. My friend went to the grocery store yesterday and saw that all the meat was sold out in the meat section at the grocery store, and I think that's kind of just where we're at right now, is that everybody is buying everything. What about you? What's going on? I'm in Los Angeles, by the way, and Mushtaq is in the Bay Area of San Francisco.
Yeah. I'm south of San Francisco in Silicon Valley.
Yep.
And things here have been very quiet today also. I haven't really gone out, but there's virtually no traffic around here. Usually you hear people squealing tires and, all of that kind of stuff. And it's been like a ghost town.
Wow.
I was at the store yesterday, and it was very similar in the main markets. I found one market that had a few things, and I was able to replenish a couple of things that I didn't have that I wanted to have.
Mm-hmm.
But here people are shell-shocked, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's starting to sink in. Oh, we're in this for the long haul.
Yeah. Yep. I think here people are still, a lot of people are out walking their dogs and people are still driving around a lot, but I live on a very busy street.
Yeah, you do.
We're right off the highway, so it's not as silent as it could be. I'd be curious to know what it's like in my old neighborhoods, and we're just progressing. We're just hunkering down here.
Yeah, there's one thing I'm looking forward to.
What's that?
Well, as you know, my neighbors behind me love to throw these huge parties.
I was thinking about them too.
Yeah, with lots of really loud music.
Yeah.
No party today.
Nope.
No party yesterday. So for my own solitude and quiet, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft, but doing work too, obviously. So today we want to talk about intentional retreat, and by what we mean by that is actively choosing to be where we're at, even though this situation is difficult. Doing this whole self-distancing thing, social distancing thing, it feels terrible when it's been put upon us in a way where it feels like an imposition. It feels like an order coming from outside of us. There's a lot of stress that can be provoked by the sensation of the loss of control and self-direction that comes with that. But what we're faced with is an opportunity where we get to make the situation our own. We get to assert our control by choosing to do what we're doing currently. What would you like to say, Mushtaq, about that? What does that mean to you, intentional retreat?
Yeah. To me, that means exactly what you said. This is not being imposed upon me.
Yeah.
I'm a free agent and I choose to do it.
Yeah.
I am completely, as we used to say back in the 70s, I am at cause over this. I am causing myself to stay here, and I'm doing so as a spiritual retreat, what we call a khalwat. and it's a withdrawal from the world, and it is a great time to do my practices.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
so I think what we want to do is invite any and all of you who are listening to make this a choice. Choose to be where you are and turn it into something that you can use for your benefit.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, because there's something to be said about this being for others as well. We've had a lot of uh, experts at this point say that we should all be behaving as if we have it, as if we have COVID-19, so that we will behave accordingly and protect ourselves and others just incidentally by way of thinking in that mindset. But this goes beyond that. Intentional retreat is us not only seeing it as something, a situation derived from pandemic related circumstances, but given that we're all quote unquote stuck at home, however we're being told to do that right now, when we make this choice, it becomes this intentional retreat. It becomes this precious opportunity to take time to take stock of our behaviors and how we talk to ourselves. It's an opportunity for meditation and breath practice. I think that's stuff that we definitely wanted to touch on. So, yeah, taking a couple minutes every day to do a simple breath work, simple things like starting with an out breath, pausing, and then allowing a passive inhale. So it's an active exhale, a pause, and then a passive inhale. If Mushtak doesn't mind demonstrating, I would love for him to show us how to do that.
Yeah, it's very simple. This is the simplest and most fundamental breath technique that we teach. And you use your diaphragm and your abdominal muscles to exhale. So I tell people, think of navel towards your spine when you exhale, and it's, and then you pause, and then you relax. The air comes in without you having to do anything. And you want to lengthen the exhale. The exhale wants to be longer than the inhale. The longer your exhale, the better off you are. And this is something physiological. When you do a long exhale using your abdominal muscles, you activate the vagus nerve in a way that dampens the fight or flight and then the anxiety signals that it might otherwise be sending. So if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling afraid, if you're feeling like you're being put upon, this will tone that down, which is a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
So it's very simple. I would usually count it like a count of 7 on the exhale.
So what would that sound like?
That would sound like
4, 5, 6, 7.
and then a count of 5 for the pause. And then 5 for the inhale.
Yeah.
Or
It's
3 for the inhale even.
it's quick because it's like a vacuum effect.
Yeah, it's like squeezing a wet sponge and then letting it go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it feels good once you get to doing it. And if you do this, even for 1 minute, 3 or 4 times a day, it's going to improve your state. If you
Yeah.
do it for 2 minutes, 3 or 4 times a day, you're going to feel really good. And if you do it for 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, you might end up being enlightened. And you can get together with other people on Zoom and such and breathe together. Kyle and I do
Yeah.
this regularly. We'll just sit and breathe. And you can use a bell or a clock timer or anything to just time out the thing so you can breathe in synchrony. But you don't even need to do that. You just need to be with each other and be present.
Yeah. Yep, that's definitely one way to make peace with the anxiety that can emerge when it comes to being stuck in one place all the time. And part of us choosing to be where we are is finding ways to be at peace in our bodies, and breath work is one way to definitely make that easier.
Yeah. On the end of this, we will put in a couple of links to things that we've done longer on meditation and such, so
Yep.
that you have an opportunity to see if you like the way we do it. There are hundreds of different ways to do this. I suggest that you find the one that works best for you.
Yeah, we're just here to encourage you,
Yeah,
to show you what we're doing, and we're definitely supportive of anything that ends up working for you. Yep. So, yep, we're in this together.
we are.
Yeah.
And so we won't be putting one of these out tomorrow, because tomorrow is our usual talk. Um, and there's why do it twice?
Yeah.
But we will have our next talk up on Monday. And until then, thank you for taking the moment to listen to us. We're all in this together, and we either stand together or we fall alone.
Let's not have that, you know?
No, that sucks.
Let's be together, even if it has to be in the virtual space.
Yes.
And certainly in spirit, that's for sure. All right, so we will talk to you all soon. Take care.